has brought us to this point. Kenya cries for a moral front to consolidate the incredible courage of the young people who have been demanding for a better country. They were exercising their guaranteed rights to assembly and freedom of speech as unarmed citizens. Sadly, yesterday many had their lives cut short with bullets, while others have been injured. Their lives had value. We condole and mourn with their families and friends and wish quick recovery to those still in the hospital. Many other Kenyans have had their property destroyed. This is unacceptable. The truth is this: these young Kenyans are not alone. Their voices carry the pain of millions of Kenyans who are tired of where the country is heading. Kenyans are tired of the violence, the collapsing economy, the poor health care, and the failing education sector. A nation cannot stand when its people's backs are broken. This is not an intergenerational conflict as hard as we wish to frame it. Neither is it an ethnic or constitutional crisis requiring a referendum or yet another handshake. This is a failure of leadership, an institutional failure, and not a constitutional deficit. It is a failure that exposes the president's abdication of responsibility when his government oversees the weaponization of police and the military against unarmed Kenyans. We face a deep crisis. We are on the abyss of instability, but we do not have to give in to anarchy. We can prevent more bloodshed. We can prevent destruction of property. A moment like this calls upon us to write the next chapter of the history of our nation with the ink of moral fortitude. We must seek out common voices to guide us back to a path to constitutionalism, economic prosperity, and human dignity. This moment calls upon us to put aside political interests and pursue the Kenya of our most courageous dreams. It is with this in mind that I have reached out to several leaders and organizations to find a solution out of the institutional and leadership crisis we face today, with 4 absolute essentials. First, we must listen to the concerns of the young people who have paid a heavy price since last year. We cannot entertain yet again elite settlements and handshakes that do not fundamentally change the welfare of Kenyans. Second, we must hold accountable all leaders of institutions that have failed in upholding the rule of law, including the National Police Service, the IG, the DCI, IPOA, and the National Assembly. Third, we must arraign in court all those involved in the killings, injuring, and maiming Kenyans, as well as those who have destroyed property. Fourth, the buck stops with the president. We must commence a process to hold the president accountable for the gross violations of the Constitution. Kenyans can decide what this process would entail. I am confident that together we will reset this country to the rule of law, restore dignity, and rebuild our economy. I pray for wisdom and for continued courage for us all.
Mambo ambayo yalifanyika Meru, mambo ambayo yamefanyika sehemu tofauti za nchi ni mambo ya kushtua zaidi. Na mpaka sasa hivi wamekimbia kushika mbunge wa Manyata, Mheshimiwa Mukunji, wanapanga kushika sijui mheshimiwa mgani. Kwa sababu gani wasishike wale ambao walifanya kitendo, na washike mpaka financiers ambao serikali inawajua? Kweni idara za serikali zinafanya kazi gani kama hawajui nani anafanya shughuli ambayo tuko nayo siku ya leo? Ya mwisho, rais, hutasimamisha wajumbe kuzungumza kuhusu mambo ambayo yanafanyika Kenya. You will not silence us by either arresting or by doing anything that you want to do in this country. We will talk about the issues that are affecting the country day and night, if you like it or don't like it.
I want to tell President Ruto, this is not a war you can win unless you want to destroy this country. It is about the youth. It's about the young people who you went around promising heaven. And what you are doing now is digging deep so that they go under. It will not happen. In Naivasha, they killed 1. 3 are in critical condition. And as my colleagues have said, police are not doing anything. They didn't try to arrest the goons. We could see in the places goons walking with them. So it is not anything that is going to end. We as Kenyans are prepared to prepare our country so that we cannot be drowned by one single person because you think you are so powerful. Yes, you have the power, which we gave you. We cannot use the same power to destroy us and destroy the country.
Scheme of government to isolate one particular region in this country in order for government to show that we do not have issues countrywide and that only one particular community has a problem with government is a scheme that will not succeed. We know that Gen Zs have very genuine issues which the government has flatly refused to address. And we are telling the government, our young people have a right to demonstrate. We know that you are organizing and paying and sending goons to come and destroy property. And we have also seen, yesterday we saw one particular police officer, I think in Gong, threatening people and boasting that he had the right, he had been given permission to kill, and that people would sleep in freezers yesterday. But what concerns us, in Maraga, where I come from, in a particular place called Kabati, there is a supermarket that was broken into and looted called Counter Supermarket. The police did not respond in any manner, despite the fact that the proprietor had raised an alarm about 3 hours before this was done. And these people that were doing this are not known to the locals. And so we believe, by the sheer fact that they are unknown and that they were allowed to carry out their illegal activities by the police, then we can rightfully say that they had the blessings of government. And we want to tell our people not to buy into this very cheap propaganda by government, because they want to set people against brother. This is government behaving this way, and I support that we need to call upon the ICC to start carrying out investigations immediately so that those that are culpable, including the president himself, may be made to face the law, even if internationally. Na tukienda kugadwa itumutigĩtĩkĩre kugura maundu maria
kwa timba kali za Afrika, Dub Radio ndio mpango mzima.